Okay, thank you. Again, welcome back to Meet the Candidates Night. The next group of candidates is for school committee. We have with us Dawn Freitas, the incumbent member of the school committee, and Chris Carreiro. By a flip of the coin, Mrs. Freitas has won the flip and will make her opening statement first. And after the opening statements, Mr. Carreiro will have the first question. Each person will be asked the same question, so after Mr. Carreiro speaks, and Mrs. Freitas will have her chance to speak to the same question. So, Mrs. Freitas, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. My name is Dawn Freitas, and I am running for re-election to the Swansea School Committee. I've been on the committee for 6 years. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a minor in psychology, and I'm currently working as a one-on-one therapist for students on the autism spectrum. My experience, job experience, and the trainings that they've given me has provided me with the most up-to-date information on educational issues. I've lived in Swansea for 13 years, and my reason for moving here was the school system. I have a vested interest in seeing that the school system is the best it can be. My son is a sophomore at Joseph Case High School. I volunteered in town and in the schools since he was 3 years old. I attended school committee meetings for a year and a half before I ever ran for this position. During my time on the committee, I've worked extremely hard and have put in time above and beyond what is required. I've cultivated relationships with administrators, professional staff, collective bargaining units, students, parents, and community members. I'm an open-minded individual, and I've worked hard to address any concerns that have been brought to my attention. I've done this in a respectful, honest, and fair manner. I've had to make some difficult decisions over the years, and these decisions were always made based on factual information and were always with the students' best interests in mind. I'm deeply committed to the students in this town. As a committee, we've been fiscally responsible, and because of this, we don't find ourselves in the position that some surrounding towns do. We're not looking to lay off staff, we're not looking to cut programming, or fill budget shortfalls. We have great employees who've been willing to revisit and extend contracts in a very collegial manner. We have a professional teaching staff second to none, many of whom spend their entire career here due to the nature of the Swansea school system. I'm proud to be a small part of the Swansea schools and hope you will allow me to continue to work in this capacity. I would greatly appreciate your vote on April 12th.
Thank you, Mrs. Freitas. Mr. Carreiro.
Thank you. My name is Christopher Carreiro. I live at 21 Land's End Way in Swansea. I'm a candidate for Swansea School Committee. I'm a fourth-generation Swansea citizen, and I've attended all 13 years of my public education in the Swansea school system, graduating from Joseph Case High School. I'm a graduate of the Massachusetts Fire Academy on-call program and a certified firefighter and emergency medical technician in Massachusetts. I will graduate this spring with a degree in business administration with a grade point average of 3.61 from Bristol Community College as a member of the Phi Theta Kappa National Honor Society. This fall, I will begin classes at the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth to finish my bachelor's degree in business finance while enrolled in the university's pre-law program. I've had some extraordinary experiences in the Swansea schools. Along the way, I have also noticed areas that I feel we can improve on. It is because of these experiences I believe I'm a uniquely qualified candidate to help our schools move forward as a school committee member. I'm very in touch with our students, their needs, and the learning environments we need to create in order to ensure they have the very best academic experiences. My most important educational priority is to help our students reach their full potential. I understand the complex issues our district faces. Our dropout rate has increased, and our enrollment has decreased. I'm a candidate with not just ideas on how to address these issues of our district, but more importantly, I'm a candidate with a plan that will help to accomplish my initiatives. If elected, I will ensure that our students are learning 21st century skills, and that the programs that we currently offer our students are meeting their current needs as well as their future needs. I will also work to provide financial relief to families by eliminating or significantly reducing bus fees for students who use the school buses. I will do this by utilizing the savings realized from the private contracting of the custodial work in our school district. This measure will help to eliminate the traffic congestion of parents dropping off and picking up students at their respective schools, which will also help to ensure student safety. I will also bring forward a bylaw that focuses on protecting the health and safety of our children from convicted sex offenders who have a high probability of reoffending in locations where children congregate. When elected, I will work with school committee members to propose a bylaw to the Board of Selectmen that prohibits sex offenders' entry to parks, playgrounds, gymnasiums, libraries, and schools. I want to see that enhanced interaction between students and teachers and administration occurs. I will also work to improve communication between the school committee and the town administration. Since the Massachusetts Education Reform Act, which was signed into law on June 18, 1993, school districts have attained an independence that has isolated the school department from local town administration. In conclusion, I'm asking for your consideration of my candidacy. I offer fresh ideas and a new vital energy that will reinvigorate the importance our children hold in our town. I promise to marshal our town's resources to help our students be successful in the 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carreiro. And the first question does go to Mr. Carreiro. Mr. Hall.
Mr. Carreiro, what would you see as your role as a member of the school committee?
The school committee has a very important role, one that I hold in high regard. My role would be to understand the students, most importantly, open up a line of communication between parents and the school committee. I would encourage parents to come to school committee meetings as much as possible. Also, part of my campaign platform has been to create subcommittees. I think subcommittees are very important, considering that we have a 5-member board who meets twice a month, which isn't a lot of time. Usually the meetings are like an hour and a half long, so it would be important to extend the committee by having subcommittees with more people. The more people we have, the more we can get accomplished.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carreiro. Mrs. Freitas.
The roles of a school committee, they come under rules and governance, and it outlines the responsibilities of the school committee. It is our responsibility, first and foremost, to set policy, to vote the budget, and oversee the budget. I attended the on-board training when I first got on the school committee, and they went over all of the roles that we were expected to do. We're expected to establish district-wide goals, objectives, and strategic plans. We are in charge of budgeting and oversight. We vote contracts. We delegate responsibilities of administrative functions to the superintendent, and it is our job to hire and evaluate that person. We are also expected to support the superintendent in all matters that conform to school committee policy. So we definitely have important roles, but it's more along the lines of setting policy and overseeing the budget.
Thank you, Mrs. Freitas.